I know for a fact that Adam was black and Eve was white. Why?
Interracial marriage from the jump?
From the jump, like, God was just like, listen, I need you guys to, like, kind of, like, already, know what's going on. Like, it's going to be different type of people, different people than you. Feel me?
Yes.
Oh, snap.
100%.
So I feel like, that he was black and she was white, because honestly, when you look at things like social media or TV and you see like the Kardashians with all their black husbands, black boyfriends, and these men jump through hoops for these women. So I feel like definitely Adam was black, Eve was white, and that's why she got him to eat from the apple. So I think that it was a black man's fault.
Who do I feel is at fault? Adam or Eve? Well, didn't God speak to both of them?
Eve is at fault. 100%. 100% on a dime, Eve is at fault.
Real talk, is both of them. If you my mans, right? Whether we dating or whether we friends, if I know we not supposed to do this, I'm gonna make sure we don't do it. Period.
She chose to still eat from the fruit and had the audacity to actually give it to Adam and be like, yo, here babe, look, eat from the fruit. So it all stems from Eve being tricked to eat from the fruit.
She went off on her own accord, went somewhere, listened to another man who happened to be in a snake form and told him eat something.
What the Bible doesn't tell you is where was Adam.
Like, why would you sit there and go along with it? You just as guilty. You guilty by association, my guy. Like, you guilty.
Adam came before her, so Adam was her protector. Adam was her guide. Adam was her lead. Where was he?
God told y'all, listen, you could do whatever. Mob out. Live your best life. Just don't do this. And you gonna sit there and let her ruin them amazing rules? Like, that makes no sense to me. They both guilty. Nah.
I'm laughing because there's some translations of the Bible that says, God, the woman which you gave to me.
I was good until she came.
Like, the first thing he said, Adam, what have you done?
I was straight.
And the
I was
Bible
rocking
says,
with the other animals.
Which you gave to me. Like, yo, God, remember, you gave her to me. I was cool before.
Men are supposed to guide the ship, and he let his ship deter from the route that he was given. He was given a map and he didn't follow it. He let someone else tell him, like, listen, this is where we're gonna go, and he was like, okay, when really he should have been navigating. So he was definitely in fault.
I actually think that they're equally at fault. They both kind of had directions to not eat the apple. God kind of instilled in them the importance of where they were, what they were doing, and they both decided to go against what God's plan was and eat it. So I guess most people would think that it would be Eve that's at fault because she ate it first. But even after Eve ate the apple, Adam came, tried to discourage it. He knew it was wrong. He had time to reflect, and he still ate the apple. So I feel like if anyone's more at fault, it would be Adam. And I'm not speaking from a position of being a female.
Because we as women, we know, like, listen, our husbands are supposed to lead us, and
so you gotta make a mistake.
If we make a mistake, it's not whatever, but there are times where, like, women better your life, and men are supposed to use that betterment and mold it into the bigger picture, and he used her bad advice, and it made the bigger picture.
You like the only person that's Eve. Go ahead.
Really?
Yes.
Eve, because she gave Adam the fruit.
He should have known better. He knows right from wrong. More so the fact that he know what God told him.
Why not Eve?
Because women are never wrong. Next.
Why do you think God said, Adam, where are you, instead of asking where is he?
Adam was the one in control, so he should have known, where Eve was or everything going on. It's his responsibility.
Because he probably knew where Eve was first.
All we know, Adam could have been right next to Eve when it happened. The Bible does not tell us where was Adam.
Well,
where Adam
we
was.
know that Adam was not right next to Eve at that present moment when the other man was talking to her.
No, it was a snake. It wasn't even a man.
I mean, it was a man in a snake's body. Like, man voice came out. Like, I don't know. I associate that still as a man.
No, I'm kidding. Eve was probably just like out and about, like, oh my goodness, look at this, look at that. And Adam knew, like, I messed this up for us. I didn't listen to God, so he was hiding. I definitely bet that Eve was just like chilling and Adam was somewhere like afraid, probably had diarrhea.
He knew the conversation that he had with Adam. Like, he knows that he told Adam a certain thing. Like, that wasn't a conversation he had with Eve. He had that talk with Adam.
The first thing that comes to my mind is that the man is supposed to lead the woman, right? And I think that's something that's spoken about throughout the Bible. So I would think that God is looking for the person that's kind of responsible for the team, and that's why he sought out Adam.
Deep down, he knew Adam felt what he was doing was wrong. Like, and so I guess he wanted to know where he was at, right? Like, I'm not going to ask for the person who went against me immediately. I'm going to ask for the person who was second guessing it and still went against his gut feeling. Like, I need to talk to you.
But I don't know. I think that it comes from a place of Adam needing to be the backbone and to be influencing the right decisions, and Adam wasn't there to do that.
When you work with kids, I work with kids. So when you work with kids, you always tend to go to the kid who you see has a conscience and is thinking about it, because you want to figure out your process. Like, if you knew it was wrong, what made you do the wrong thing, right? And so I think that's why God calls for him.
Eve was not the head, and I'm not saying that when God created Eve, she was made intentionally to be under Adam, but I do believe that Adam was the head. He was the covering. He was the protector.
What do you think the conversation was like after they kicked out the Bible?
Ooh, she spazzed. She spazzed.
When they got kicked out, the one that's not in the Bible.
Adam took no responsibility. Sounds so familiar. You made me eat the apple. You made me do it. Eve just had well, you didn't tell me to do any better.
Women, we will like know that we're doing the wrong thing and we're like, well, you listen to me. So
she spazzed when you want to give him the apple.
She definitely spazzed at him for being stupid.
Adam probably gave Shorty the silent treatment. He should have. Or he was probably mad at himself. It could have been two things. He gave her the silent treatment because I just got kicked out of Eden and like basically ruined everything for mankind. Or he could have just been mad at himself for going along with her foolishness.
Looking at how women and men are today, I would probably say Adam did not talk to her for like a good 2 hours. If not, then a whole day.
Listen, just because I bring you something doesn't mean you have to do it. Just like what moms say, if your friends jump off a bridge, are you gonna jump off too? Just because I ate this, are you gonna eat it too?
I think Eve was like, where was you at when I needed you and I was getting tempted? And Adam was like, girl, I'm just doing what you're doing, right?
Men just don't think all the way through. So she spazzed at him like, you knew that you were supposed to do this, but you did it anyway? Men
think mostly out of logic, but men are idiots when it comes to women. When it comes to love, men, there is no thinking. Like, we mostly for anything else, bills, finances, anything else, we think out of logic. But when it comes to women, we just get stupid.
But I'm pretty sure they were both tight because the garden was nice.
She probably was like, well, if he was around, then I probably wouldn't have had time with the serpent. Like, you know how it goes. Like,
do you feel the events of Adam and Eve trickle down to events today in relationships?
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
I think if they had a good relationship, all relationships today would be good. Seriously. Like, if they got it right, we wouldn't have divorce, if people understood maybe their roles in relationships.
If he understood that he was the man of the household and he had the ultimate decision, I feel like men nowadays would have more of a backbone.
In a relationship, both women and men need to be accountable. If you know that something's going wrong in your relationship or that something is not right, it's up to you to kind of pay attention and be the support system for that. And when Eve was getting tempted, where was Adam? And instead of Eve being accountable for her own behavior, she led Adam astray versus Adam saying, no, let's get back on the right track.
In the grand scheme of things, too often we get in the way of God's plans for us by deciding to do what's not on his agenda, right? And so, well then yes, because Adam and Eve got in God's way and didn't do what was on his agenda. So absolutely right. Look, I just answered my own question. Absolutely right. Yes. I was about to do some long sprawled out thing and I answered it. Boom.
Next time on Misfits Arise.
Yes, God is good. God is grace. Thank you for our food. Amen. Like, that's been my prayer routine.
Where did we learn this?
I have no idea.